It's a great matchup in high school volleyball tonight on CCX. A Northwest Suburban Conference match between the Osseo Orioles and the Champlin Park Rebels. From Champlin Park High School, John Jacobson and Andy Gugersberg. And Andy, Osseo coming in a great season so far for them, 13-4 on the year, taking on the defending state champions from Champlin Park, Rebels 9-6. Well, they've played a very tough schedule.
Yeah, the Rebel schedule's been everything that you want in a preseason, getting ready for the conference/section run. Champlin Park's been tested. They've had to make some adjustments, and I think they're in a good space right now for that run to finish out the rest of regular season play.
Osseo coming off a strong tournament at Blaine. They finished second to St. Michael Albertville. And this is an important match for the section seeding. Potentially, these teams could play again in the conference crossover match in a couple of weeks, and obviously could meet in the section play. The first of what could be 3 meetings in about a month.
Yeah, talk about getting familiar with an opponent. You'll see this. I know when we talk to Vicky and Scott with Hopkins Wayzata, they see each other a bunch of times. Same thing could potentially happen very easily here with a lot on the line. It's weird to think that a conference match is going to be the most meaningless of the 3 matches coming up, but it very well could be for these 2 great teams.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Osseo Orioles. Allie Hinsey has really come into her own this year after having to sit out last year in varsity competition. Really starting to swing well for the Orioles.
Yeah, she's really come along a long way this year already. She came in pretty rested, obviously, having to sit the varsity season last year. Got comfortable with her setters, really getting going right now. Playing all the way around most of the time, is a definite threat out of the back row as well. Her ability to score gets Osseo out of a lot of tough situations.
And for Champlin Park, Jordan Stelpus has really had a great senior season, leads the Rebels in kills, and tell us about what she can do.
Everything. She can simply do everything. With the team that they graduated last year, a lot of people were wondering who was going to fill all those holes. Stelpus has filled multiple holes. She's doing a great job blocking. She's doing a great job hitting. She's in serve receive every time I've seen them play. She's the calming force that this team needs if they're going to push past Osseo tonight.
That should be a good one. Osseo and Champlin Park High School volleyball at its best, coming your way next right here on CCX.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Orioles and Rebels volleyball coming up on CCX. John Jacobson, Andy Gugersberg. We're ready to start the first set here as the teams are being introduced out on the court. Andy, give us a key for each of these teams to win tonight.
I think the big key for Champlin Park is getting the ball up to their 2 different setters. Hilly, in her first setting experience this year, definitely not going to be the type of kid that's going to run all over the floor like Ashburn did or like her older sister did before her. So they're going to need to take care of that first touch and handle the ball well. On the other side of the net, Osseo is going to need to get big points from their big 3 hitters. They've got Steester, they've got Ogery, and they've got Hinsey. If those 3 can all be firing, I think Osseo should come out of this one on top.
That should be a good match. Let's look at the starters for tonight. Starting with Osseo, Gabby Bodine, Riley Steester, Allie Hinsey, Lindy Ogery, Eliana Teckham, Maggie Bauer, and their outstanding libero, Taylor Kwan. And for the Champlin Park Rebels tonight, Hannah Praske, Jordan Stalpus, Jensen Lears, Marley Hansen, the freshman outside hitter, Lindsay Roth, Sammy Hilly, and Megan Panzer.
You know, they graduated a lot last year, but a lot of those names familiar. They were definitely role players on last year's team, stepping in this year into more leadership roles and seem to be doing just fine. Looking to get into October and play some of their best ball going into section play. Always a key. We spent the first month of the season kind of getting comfortable with each other. Now it's time to start putting those W's together.
Mandy Burring is in her 5th year as head coach of Osseo, still looking for her first win against Champlin Park. It's been 2014, the last time the Orioles defeated the Rebels. And for Champlin Park, John Yunker, 9 years as head coach, state champions a year ago, multiple state tournament appearances coming out of this section. It's going to be a very interesting section tournament, Andy. I'm really looking forward to seeing who comes out of this group. Because you can make a case, I think, right now for any of the top, what I would consider, and most people consider the top 4 teams, Wayzata, St. Michael, Albertville, Osseo, Champlin Park. Things go right and they play well, and I think you can make a case for any 4 of them.
Absolutely. I think all 4 of those teams have strengths. They all 4 have some weaknesses, some spots in the armor they can definitely work to get better at. I think if Champlin Park is able to serve the way they have for the last couple of years, that's definitely going to be their advantage. Osseo, like we talked about earlier, getting all 3 of their big guns going at the same time, going to be very important for them in section play. St. Michael Albertville just plays with such energy and such passion throughout the entire match. If you can calm them down, quiet them down, get a couple blocks early, get them out of their rhythm, that's their weakness. And Wayzata, their serve-receive, we did the match last week against Hopkins, and Hopkins has some great servers, but they definitely made Wayzata's serve receive a little uncomfortable. That could be the place where any of those other 3 teams would really want to attack Wayzata.
Wayzata's had a great season, though. Just 2 losses on the season, both to Northfield.
Yeah, great season for them. A lot of high-powered attackers. Last week was the first time, I believe, all season that a Wayzata blocker didn't have to look down at the hitter on the other side of the net with those big outside hitters from Hopkins. They've definitely got the size advantage. They've got the firepower. If I'm a betting man, I think they're my favorite to come out of the section. But like we were just talking about, any of those other teams stand a chance.
And we are ready to go. Osseo serving. First set goes outside to Jordan Stelpus. Quan picks that one up. Back set to Steester. Knocks it down for the first point of the match.
Yeah, good transition play there. Steester up early, available, and takes it around the single block.
Sammy Hilly for Jordan Stalpus in the middle, gets that one down. We are tied at 1.
Yeah, I think they're going to go to Stalpus all over the net. The first ball she got set was high on the outside. That one more of a plus set in the middle. Look for her to go active across the net as she has for the last couple of years. Hit from all 3 positions.
Maddie Kopp serves. A tip at the net, but handled as Hinsey tried tipping it over. The middle, Steester drops it over. Goes back to Stelpus, cross court. Quan, nice job to get to the floor to handle that ball, and that one is in. And down for a point. Hinsey getting the kill, and it's 2-1 Osseo.
Just great chess match already starting. Champlin Park commit blocking on Hinsey on the outside. Hinsey recognizes it, calls for the inside set on the 3-ball, able to take that into the corner.
Hilly will set it. Stelpus cross court for the kill. Tied at 2.
See what the answer looks like here now that Stelpus is in the back row. Take another look at this big swing. Great set from Hilly outside. Gets it just to where she needs it. And that cross-court swing is Hinsey coming in to pick up the tip, and Quan not able to get to that sideline.
Taylor Hillman in now for Lindsay Roth. Hinsey will push it across. Back it goes, and cross by Hansen in the middle, tip over. Nice job by Hansen, get to the floor of that one. Swing by Hillman and over. Quan will set it up for Hinsey for the kill.
Hinsey into the deep hypotenuse corner there. She goes from the net all the way into the deep cross court. Seems to be her favorite swing right now. If it's open, they're not going to do anything to take it away. I expect her to keep hacking away at that ball.
Ileana Teckham the serve for the first time in the match. Handled back row by Stelpus. Here's Hillman. Off of Quan, rally, and Hinsey can't get to it. It's a point for Champlin Park.
Another good cross-court swing. Defensive effort is there, just not quite stopped and balanced on contact to handle the ball.
Melina Bakrici's in for Champlin Park, and Kennedy Nelson for Osseo. Overpass, knocked down, but the Orioles able to handle it. Swing and over by Ojeri. Knocked it off of Bakrici's, and a point for Osseo, and they're back in front.
Not a lot of people can hit that shot. Setter thought she had a chance to release. Great swing and down from Ojeri.
That one will land for an ace for Hinsey.
That corner is a black hole so far. 3 balls been hit there. All 3 of them land untouched, and John Younker's had enough. He'll call a timeout as his squad trails by 2 early. Very interesting. We'll take a look at this service ace here into the seam. A lot of coaches will take a while before they decide if it's bad enough to get a timeout called. John Younker, not that style of coach. He'll call one 5-8 points in if he sees something he knows needs to change. I think they talked about, you can see him kind of getting at his kids, probably something that was talked about in the pregame scout. That's where they like to hit the ball. That's where they like to serve the ball. We've got to make sure we're going and taking away what they want to do, make them do something, anything different. On the other side, Osseo, this is what they do. They attack the cross court, they stay aggressive, they go good and big with their defensive effort, and right now that deep 5 wide open, and it's going to continue to be unless an adjustment happens.
Hinsey leads Osseo in ace serves with 21 on the season. After that last ace. And she's set to go. Late reaction to the ball, but they got it. Hillman now. We got whistled.
Double contact.
Double contact on Champlin Park, and now the biggest margin so far. A 3-point lead for Osseo. Overpass, and then Osseo late to react to it. Kennedy Nelson got a hand on it, but didn't get the pass up and break for the Rebels.
Absolutely, that's the, we talked about Stelpus going to the back row and they were in trouble, and that's the first point they've had with her out.
Megan Panzer serving. Pop to the back row. Quick set to the middle to Hilly, and down. Point Champlin Park.
Hilly does that great swing, gets her arm up early and takes it into the 1.
Panzer line drive serve into the net. 7-5 Osseo.
Gonna go for it in those rotations with Praski with Stelpus in the back row.
Here's Gabby Bodine, floats it. Back row handled by Stelpus. Quick one over by Hilly. Left side and long on the swing this time from Ojeri. 7-6. Lindsay Roth back in. She'll serve here for Champlin Park. Steester's trying to pop it over. Rebels ready, and then easy play at the net to knock it over for Jensen Lears.
Lears taking care of the easy ball there. Steester with a self-cover, but not quite in a spot where her team can do anything with it.
Another serve from Roth. Right side swing. Ojeri trying to cut it across, but missed.
2-2, the right option there is this right side player not actually in a real good defensive spot, but it catches tape, doesn't clear the net, and as a result bounces out of bounds.
Steester swings long. Oh, called in. Oh, that might have gone a little long, but it's tied at 8.
Quick call there. Steester able to try and use all of the court here. We'll take a quick look. Yeah, John, I believe that one might have been out, but no challenge system here at the high school level, so.
Hilly swings and drops in front of Ogery for a point. Rebels back in front.
Both Ogery and Hinsey kind of taking a step, and neither one of them demanding the ball there. Uncharacteristic play. Those three back there in serve receive been together for a while, playing this game at a pretty high level.
Sammy Hilly. Steester will push it over. Hilly handles that. Back set for Stalpus.
Stalpus' fourth kill early in the set here. He'll take another look. Good bump set here outside, over the smaller block and down for a point.
Well set Stalpus again, off hands and down.
Stalpus answering the call every time she gets the ball. Coach Mandy Berrien had enough. 11-8. Great run here after the timeout for Champlin Park, as their team is now on a 8-2 run, because after the timeout they got another one. So we'll take a look at this last point here. Good serve. Setter dump opportunity, but doesn't get it down, tips it up, so that's an easy pickup. Steester in a solo block, and Stalpus finds her hands off the block and out of bounds. Junker excited about the way his teams responded after the first timeout. I think Stalpus has a lot to do with that, though. They've got to be able to be good when she's not in the front row. When she's in the front row, they're playing aggressive volleyball and getting her opportunities to swing to score. Osseo, on the other hand, especially in these rotations with Stalpus up there, they've got to have Steester taking big swings in order to get out of a rotation. You give another second or third opportunity to Champlin, and they will score.
And Sammy Hilly, good serve right at Ogery. Hinsey gets on top of it, and great job on the pickup in the back row. Stalpus cuts it across but misses. Good defensive play for the Rebels by Lindsey Roth. Both coaches said, our defense has really improved since the beginning of the year, which obviously you'd want to see as the season progresses, but I think that was maybe a little bit of a question mark, especially for the Rebels coming in to the season. Stalpus, another kill.
After graduating what they graduated last year, yeah, there was some holes to fill, and defense by committee seems to be the best way to handle it at the high school level. As we take another look at this, another big swing and kill from Stalpus. Kwan lined it up, just didn't get her hips squared.
Maddie Kopp in for the first time in serves. Here it'll be an ace.
First touch issues again for Osseo. Big serve, nice ace there.
13-9 Rebels. And that serve out. So given right back to Osseo.
Just wide, great discipline and patience.
(13-10) is Kwan goes to serve right at Panzer, the libero of Champlin Park. Stalpus another kill. 14-10 Rebels as Stalpus will go back to serve.
Take another look at this swing here. She goes down the line. Everybody knows where it's going. It still doesn't matter. She's on another level right now.
Headed next year to Nebraska, Omaha. Back set over. Hillman will push it deep. And a drop. Nice play by Taylor Hillman.
Yeah, good vision there, knowing that the deep throw is open, and she takes advantage of it. Good transition ball here. Hilly just giving her room to work. Might need to make an adjustment there. We may need to see Ogery back up. That's a 2 or 3 times that ball is scored.
Off of Bauer, Kwan gets it up, and Hinsey over. Quick set to the middle. Over by Hannah Praske. Swing and a wide on the attack from the middle. And Champlin Park has its biggest lead of the night. Now it's 6. It's 16-10.
Takam, that's a good idea to turn on two there. Just didn't quite finish the swing, and wow, the bottom fell out of that one. Gonna get another timeout here. Let's take a look at this serve. Just when you think you can breathe because you get Stalpus out of the front row, she keeps killing you from the service line. That's a great serve. Kind of a dead fish serve. It's hard to tell because as a passer, you're looking at the arm speed and the swing, and it looks like she's coming hard, but right as she's about to touch that ball, she loosens her wrist a little bit so the ball dies coming off her hand, and it's almost indefensible unless you can figure out some sort of tell, if we're talking about other sports. Does she have a tell when she's going to serve that ball short? I don't know. I haven't seen it in watching her for the last couple of years. She's really good back there. She's definitely carrying this Rebel team here in set one. Mandy Berrien and company going to come off this timeout. I'd like to see an adjustment, maybe give Kwan some extra court. Move your other serve receivers up a little bit just in case that short ball comes again. I think they're going to just try and keep the ball away from Taylor as much as possible here. Seems to be the plan so far, and obviously working for the Rebels as they're up by 7.
That was one of the keys John told me before the match. What do you have to do? Keep it away from Taylor Kwan. So as much as they've been able to do that tonight, they've had success, right? Bauer handles that serve receive and pounded. Oh, and a great pickup on the first one. Couldn't get it down a second time, but a great effort by Panzer to get that first ball up. Orioles able to handle it the second time.
Big swing. Yeah, that's a great overdig. And then because everybody's trailing the ball, Hinsey sees that and just throws the first ball back over.
Outside swing from Hansen, tipped up in the air. He pushed back to Hinsey off of Stalpus for a kill. Couple of points in a row for Osseo.
Stalpus in a great place there to play that ball, but Hinsey just hits with such pace. It doesn't matter if you're in the right spot or not. She's able to unload on that ball, and it's almost undiggable.
Hilly, he'll set it for Hannah Praske, dug up by Kwan. Right side, and Stalpus a nice dig on the hit by Ogery. Beck almost set it for Hinsey. Hilly picks it up. Hillman with the swing across. Back set. Ogery dug up by Stalpus. Hilly to Hillman. I don't think she hit that the way she wanted to, but it worked, right?
Yeah, off speed is deadly most of the time. You saw right there, Hinsey kind of backing away, getting ready to hit, thinking that Kwan's going to come in and pick up that roll shot, and does not. So as a result, point Champlin.
Backergy's in, and looks like Praske will come out. Good serve off the net. Kwan got to the floor to dig it up. Big swing, and Hilly with this block and kill.
Good eyes as they line Hinsey up there. She wants to go cross court, and Hilly presses well across the net. Closed circuit to college coaches. Get on this kid. She's going to make your gym better.
Hinsey across off of Stalpus and Osseo point. Excuse me, Ogery, and the point makes it 19-13.
Yeah, Ogery with a nice swing there again into the deep cross court. I think I'd like to see Stalpus cheat that way. That's where most of the balls are going.
And Ogery handles the overpass. Knocks it down. What are we going to have?
We're going to get a penetration call. So basically they're saying that Ogery didn't wait for that ball to get into the plane of the net. I was wondering when this camera would come in handy. Oh, yeah, that's a really good call. Got to let the setter set the ball if it's going to stay on her side. Did not, and as a result, that's a point. Ogery leaving no question on that one, though. Quick side out.
Orioles down by 6. Backergy's quick set. Hilly. Tip back over. Player in the net.
Yeah. The self-cover, she catches her shoulder in the net as she's trying to play that ball again. Good catch by the up ref as the down ref had already switched over to the other side. Good teamwork between the two of them. Nice serve here from Roth. Outside the Steester off the block and down for a quick point for Osseo.
Have some work to do, though. Still trailing by 6 at 21-15 late here in the first set. Audrey, good serve. Handled by Panzer. Deep hit by Stalpus, picked up by Kwan from the middle. Flipped over by Hinsey. Nice play by Allie Hinsey from there.
Yeah, Hinsey takes an out-of-system set, just trying to stay alive and causes all sorts of communication problems for Champlin. That ball should be picked up by 3 different players. Falls to the floor.
Nice job in a tough position there for Maggie Bauer to drop it in play.
Good hand contact by her there. That's not a position she wants to be in, but able to manipulate the ball well.
A little rally here for the Orioles. Hilly outside. Alpus ball gets blocked. It goes back to Hilly in the middle. And Sammy Hilly makes it 22-17.
Hilly with a nice swing there. Second opportunity in transition, working around the block, and Kwan not quite ready for it. Quick point here. Single block. Probably need help on that if I'm the Osseo players. We're probably going to want a double block on Hilly. Corner picked up.
Outside Stalpus. Off Kwan and out. 6-point lead again for the Rebels, and they're at 23.
You don't see that play from Kwan very often. That's a ball she digs 99% of the time.
Steester front row gets blocked. Oh, Hannah Prasky getting up.
Steester abusing that block, though. I thought that ball was in, but she gets blocked, but the ball out of bounds.
Point for Osseo, but it was well blocked.
Very well blocked, absolutely. Absolutely, John.
So 23-18 and now 23-19 as Hinsey puts it away.
Could be. John, you going to call it here? Nope.
Going to call his timeout yet. Here's Bauer serving. Panzer, nobody gets to the ball. And it falls and it's 23-20.
John, I'll call it for you if I need to. Oh, he's going to let him fight out of it.
Hilly will bump it up to Stalpus into the net. And it's 23-21.
3 errors in a row, and John Yunker now calls that timeout as Osseo climbs back to within 2. Combination of things right there. Some errors by Champlin, but just as importantly, some great steady play from Osseo here to get back within 2. It's been a team effort, not just the big 3 for Osseo, but we've also called Bauer's name quite a bit, both offensively and taking care of that first touch. We'll take a look here at that last point. Oh, that was a little earlier. The overpass. Oh, yeah, the Hinsey just taking full advantage of that one. That might have been the momentum swing that started this whole chaos. Big swing, no defense capable there. We want to make sure we get that ball up and off the net and serve receive. This is where senior leadership really going to come in, as we see Hilly giving her hitters the routes she wants them running here.
4 points in a row from the Orioles. They pull back to within 2. Hilly outside for Stalpus. Off Bauer and down.
Stalpus takes that one down the line over the smaller block again, and now it is set point for Champlin.
Maddie Kopp, who had an ace and then a service error in her 2 errors last time she was in. Lines this one up. There's Hinsey attacking, off hands. Rebels scrambling over by Hilly. Check him across, too. It's an overpass. And Kwan got to the ball to handle that. Stalpus will push it over blockers. Dug up nicely by Audrey, and Osseo unable to get it back across. And Champlin Park prevails, and they win 25-21.
Yeah, good long rally there to end the set. Champlin Park firing on all cylinders down the stretch. Osseo looked a little discombobulated there towards the end of that set. Either way, we're going to finish this. We're going to watch the whole point. I love it when we get to do this. Out of system ball to start. Good roll shot picked up. Chaos play. Hilly sends it back across. Kwan with a great pass here. Options. They go outside, but it's too tight, and Hinsey not able to do much with it. We're going to get another opportunity here. Stelpus with the tip. Ojri picks it up. Another quick set. This one's again problematic and leading to the attacking error for Hinsey. 25-21. Champlin Park up 1-0.
And we'll take time out. Back with more Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball live on CCX after this.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education. No one receives a diploma alone. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane! Woo! You got this!
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
With Andy Guggesberg, I'm John Jacobson. Andy certainly, as we see often, some momentum swings in that first set in the end, and the Rebels get a little run going, and they win it by 4.
Yeah, good run to finish there for Champlin. Things got uncomfortable for them in the beginning of the set. They rolled in the middle and then got comfortable and let a few balls fall that normally don't for Champlin Park late. But then down the stretch, senior leadership taking over. Athletes who have been comfortable on the state tournament floor, definitely comfortable in their own home gym. Early first set finish as we see the quick handshake maneuvers. I'll never get sick of these. Everybody's got separate handshakes that are just choreographed,
right?
Better than some dance line moves. And we'll get back here to some live volleyball.
Rossio, what's the number one thing they need to clean up on that you think?
Play to the whistle. They stopped short about 3 or 4 different plays, just didn't quite finish because they didn't think they had it.
Good swing by Hinsey, but nicely dug up by Panzer. And a first point swing and attack, and it's Jordan Stelpus picking up where she left off in set 1. Teckham will set it in the middle. Hit long by Bauer from the back row. It's 2-0 Champlin Park.
Quick error there, and Champlin staying in their comfort level that they finished set 1 in.
Teckham for Bauer. Handled by Panzer. Stelpus will push it across. Kwan got to that. Teckham outside, pounded down the line by Allie Hinsey.
Yeah, nice swing there down the line over the smaller block. Hinsey getting on top of that ball and taking care of it.
Eliana Teckham serve. And died there, but handled by Panzer, who got it again. Teckham back set, and it's not enough on the push by Ojiri from the right side to get it across the net.
Ball dies inside here. Not quite the location we're looking for. Ojiri wanted that ball to the pin. It dies inside, and she's not able to take care of it.
Substitutions on both sides. It'll be Kopp serving here. 3-1 the lead. Kennedy Nelson getting it back to the middle of the court where Ojiri puts it across. Hilly for Hansen. Kwan and over by Hinsey, but long.
Hinsey just not finishing her swing right there, not putting in the work without the ball in order to get a good swing on the ball.
Kopp serves at 4-1, picked up by Hinsey. She'll get it back and hit it into the net. With a missed ball, that time short. And it's 5-1 Rebels.
Hinsey may need a timeout here. She's not playing her to her potential for sure.
Nelson outside for Ojiri, off hands and out.
Ojiri getting him out of that rotation there after a good run from Osseo, or from Champlin, excuse me.
Lady Ojiri will go play at Michigan Tech next year. Stelpus has the backup on that ball and hits it wide.
A little misfire there from Hilly. That ball pushed way outside.
Long on the serve from Hinsey at 6-3.
Going for that seam again, but just missing deep. It was Hinsey. Stelpus into the back row.
Kwan and into the net. Another hitting error for Osseo. They did more than their share already early in the second set. That gets Mandy Burian up, and she calls a timeout.
Yeah, I believe that 2 of the 7 Champlin Park points were by Champlin Park players.
Yeah.
The other 5 errors by the Orioles, and Osseo not in a space they're supposed to be. Mandy Burian, eyes wide, talking to her kids, imploring them to just put the work in without the ball. None of these errors are errors that should happen at the varsity level. Just miscommunication errors, just not quite getting your feet to the ball and not finishing plays. You can't do that against any opponent in this conference, especially against a great opponent like Champlin. They'll take advantage of those miscues and then get you uncomfortable on the next ball as well. Champlin Park looking the part right now of a team that can make a section final, maybe even make it to the state tournament. But right now, we'll see how they do now that things on the other side have calmed down. Set 1, there was a lot of energy from Osseo. They had to match it. Now that Osseo's kind of in this rut, can they stay on the gas and push?
Now it's timeout. A good serve by Stelpus. Up to the front row, cross court hit, and Rebels took that. Over by Hansen. Nelson will set it, pushed across from the middle by Hinsey. And deep by Hillman. Good communication, Andy, of watching Hannah Praske in the front row there saying deep, and she put it exactly where her teammate was calling for the ball, that Hannah could see where the defense wasn't.
Absolutely. That's how teams win points, not just by who's touching the ball, but by everybody communicating together about what is open, what isn't open, communicating who we want to play the next ball. And there we see another service ace as things are getting a little out of control here. Nelson wanting a better pass so she can run her offense.
Ball to the middle, over by Ojiri. Gets the kill and the much-needed Osseo point.
Kind of handcuffed Panzer there as that ball caught tape, and she was up in front expecting something straight down. We'll take a look here. Good pass there. Excuse me, off the block, but Panzer still handcuffed. Speaking of handcuffed, that's a stuff block right there.
Prasky got some tape, and then I think some Osseo hands there too. Look at it again, Andy. From our net cam, that might have been more tape than
it was.
hands.
Easter definitely affected the swing.
Yeah.
Whether it actually touched her hand or not, I'm not sure.
Prasky this time pushes it deep, handled by Hinsey. Swing across and over by Bauer. Hillman trying to attack, gets blocked. Hilly, quick set. Prasky over, but long. 9-6.
The gather's got to be faster from Prasky in transition there. She's a little late swinging on a couple of those. As a result, she's missing long.
Oh, nice serve, and then goes an ace. Gabby Bodine, the senior.
When the role players do good things, Osseo is able to put runs of points together.
Another good serve that Panzer has to run up on. Hillman and off of Hinsey. Champlin Park point ends the mini scoring run for Osseo. It's 10-7 Rebels. Backrogy back in.
Hillman undersized compared to the rest of this Champlin front row, but does a really nice job there getting her feet to the ball and hitting it into that deep corner.
Quan returns for Osseo. Served right at her. To the middle, Steester gets blocked. Sammy Hilly getting up along with Marley Hansen.
Great block there, and I was wondering if serving at Quan was going to cost them a point, but the block takes care of it.
Swing and attack by Bauer. To the middle, Hilly gets blocked. Nice job at Lindy Ojri timing that one.
Yeah, nice wall there on the block as Hilly gets in front of her setter, so she's looking backwards instead of looking at the block, and as a result, the block will win that just about every time.
Bakerjees, back set, crossed by Hansen. Picked up by Osseo, blocked. And a point for the Rebels.
Nice block there, good close.
12-8 Champlin Park. Hinsey, nice job floating it over in front of the defense and down.
That ball's got a couple different people that can make that play. Hinsey recognizing there's a hole, she tips it high over the block and down.
Serve from Maggie Bauer. Bakerjees for Hilly, got on this one, and a kill for the senior.
Yeah, Hilly's really good against a single block. When there's two up there, she has a little bit tougher time working around to double, but one-on-one, she's been pretty good tonight.
Lexi Steffes, number 8, into the match now for Champlin Park, will serve here. Have a contact called on the set. Rebels by 5 at 14-9. Ball gets set for Steester. Rifles that one off of Backwards for a point. Haven't called Riley Steester's name a lot tonight, but it was a nice play by the junior.
Yeah, she does a really nice job getting through the ball on that one. She stays in a straight line when she approaches, and the result will take care of itself.
Hilly for Stalpus. Great play by Quan on the ball. Over by Hinsey. Middle, Hilly. Ball dug up, back outside to Hinsey again. Off the tape, hands are able to pick it up, and Stalpus uses the block to her advantage. Gets the kill for Champlin Park.
That communication from the middle again. We'll take a look at the point here. The communication from Hilly as she turns is use, meaning find that right hand, and she does exactly that.
Tipped over by Bodine. Here's Stalpus in turn, dropping it over herself on a tip. 16-10 Rebels.
Again, Ojeri in position to make that play, just comes up a little short here. Great location from Stelpus.
Pushed across by Ojeri. Hilly's got a race to get to that one and over by Stelpus. Both teams scrambling a little bit on this point. Unloading is Ali Hinsey for an Osseo kill.
Into the deep cross goes Hinsey again. That time good. 16-11. Let's take a look. Nice high set outside. Hinsey has time, and she's so long she's able to extend into the corner with her arm.
Eliana Teckham, good serve. Hilly tight to the net. Couldn't get it over. A lift called on her. Teckham will get credit for an ace. Orioles to within 4.
A little bit cleaner pass here.
Hilly to Stelpus, runs up on that ball. Kwan, great job to get to it. And then Hinsey, again with a big swing from the left side. Taylor Kwan helping to make that play happen, Bill, and get Osseo a point.
Absolutely true, as she picks up a nice defensive effort. Hinsey able to finish the playoff.
Good serves here by Teckham, too. And she'll get another ace.
Right on key there. See if John's going to take his time out here, or if he's going to trust him for another one.
16-14. 4 in a row for the Orioles. Hilly to Stelpus. Used hands there of Ojeri. And got the point. 17-14.
All right, I just got a text message from Wayzata head coach Scott Jackson. Listener request, let's hear more from John, please. His play-by-play is fantastic. John, it's all yours. I'll just stand here and look pretty.
I don't think people want that. Top with the ace serve. Scott doesn't have a match tonight?
He might. They might have already won.
Right.
That Wayzata team playing on a really big roll right now.
In the middle, it's Ojeri, great dig up on that ball. And then over by Stelpus. Nelson back. Hinsey had to adjust on it. Oh, and right job to drop it into the back corner. You could see she had to adjust on the ball that was set to her and then finds the perfect spot, Andy, to put it.
Yeah, really good ball here. Again, she wants a ball inside. Ball gets pushed all the way out to the pin, and she does a great job pushing it into the corner. Great hustle.
Hilly getting to that ball. Nelson outside for Ojeri. Andy Ojeri makes it 18-16. Rebels lead back down to 2. Hinsey serving. It was a 6-point lead not long ago. Hilly back over. By Praski. From the middle attacking is Hinsey and dug up by Panzer. Hansen with the swing and out. Osseo within 1. Hinsey's serve is long.
Much needed side out there for the Rebels.
The decision by Stelpus to let it go, and she comes out. Hillman in. Stelpus to serve. Attack by Ojeri, block, but wide and out. Point Osseo.
Osseo battles back to get back within 1 here. This may be the rotation.
Hilly and over. And a kill from Hannah Praski. They get the 2-point edge back again after Osseo had threatened to tie it up a couple of times here in the second set.
Praski with that 4-to-4 or with that tip to 4. Really nice location on that ball.
Bakerji serving off Bauer. Nelson quick set for Steester. Partial block. Panzer lifted up to Hillman. The dig by Bauer, back row, and then the player in the net. No, double contact. Called on Osseo. 21-18. Nelson back set. Block. Hilly spins it across for another kill. 22-18. Timeout Osseo.
So off this timeout, look for Osseo here to get a little cleaner on serve receive. And, you know, when we talk about being clean in serve receive, it's about communication, it's about movement to the ball, it's about being stopped and creating an angle. Right now, the Osseo serve receive seems to be kind of falling over each other, not getting stopped, not finishing the play. Mandy Burian definitely wanting her kids to be a little more disciplined, to be a little bit more stopped and ready, eyes on the right thing.
Don't forget to vote for the CCX Sports Play of the Week. Each week we choose 4 top plays, and you, our viewers, vote to decide the Play of the Week. To vote, go to ccxmedia.org, then click Sports and Play of the Week, brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Maple Grove. Allie Hinsey of Osseo was last week's Play of the Week winner.
And deserved. The way she played in that Park Center match, put the team on her shoulder for stretches, really did a nice job.
4-point edge for the Rebels at 22-18. Right to the net. Osseo scrambling and can't recover. 23-18. Float serve, handled by Bauer. Nelson to Hinsey, and a kill, 23-19.
Hinsey's a nice little safety valve to have when things aren't going well, and she gets through that ball out of the back court, getting a much-needed side out as we take another look here. She gets on that route early. Good lead, no block, down for a quick point.
Hinsey and Kwan both going to North Dakota State next year, and a kill for Steester. Handled the overpass, pulls the Orioles to within 3. Ojri serve. Backridge is set. Hilly pounds it down from the middle, and it's set point.
Hilly again looking on fire. When she gets a ball in rhythm, she's lethal. We'll take a look here. For some reason, again, there's a single block. I get it, Kwan's good, but you're going to want to get an extra set of hands on her.
Orioles need this. Hinsey, handled by Panzer. From the middle, deep, Stalpus. Brought up by Steester and over by Bauer. Backridges for Hilly to try to end it. Dug up though, back row by Hinsey. Here's Ojri. Spins one across. Backridges running up Hillman. Long rally here. Hinsey from the back row. Backridges getting it up. Panzer. The swing and then into the net on the attack from Lears. 24-21. Still set point.
Good long rally, ended by an unfortunate hitting error. John Junker reminding Lears what we need from that ball. You're not comfortable, go ahead and just put that one in play.
Left side over by Lears. Kwan, it goes up into the rafters. Tough play for Hinsey. Can't get it back into play on the point. And the set go to Champlin Park. And then so they win by an identical score as they won in set 1, Andy, 25-21.
Yeah, this time a lot more good volleyball on both sides of the net. Energy was there for most of the set from both teams. Champlin just may be better this year. Champlin, with the put-together pieces they have, they've done a really nice job. Again, John Junker does this year in and year out. He puts the athletes he has in position to be successful, and he does it again here. Champlin up 2-0.
Time for another break. We're back with more high school volleyball on CCX Sports on this Tuesday night after this timeout.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did Cavs go on vacation? New York.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Rebels fired up. They are leading 2 sets to none. The margin, not a lot, just 4 points each set, but Rebels clearly, obviously by the score, but they've been the better team so far.
Yeah, and the score is deceptive because they've been better by 6 or 7 points, and then just some hiccups in the middle there. I think Champlin Park is definitely the better team today. Osseo has the horses to run, but right now they're not able to get a set to those hitters and allow those hitters to swing in rhythm. When the few times we've seen Steester in rhythm, we've seen Hinsey in rhythm, we've seen Ogery in rhythm, they've scored, but the first touch isn't exactly where it needs to be, and then the setters are definitely a little bit of a delay getting going. They're not able to find the right tempo. The ball is not hanging in the air the same every time. So sometimes the hitter's early, sometimes the hitter's late. If we're going to go 4, we're going to need to see cleaner first touch from Osseo. Taylor Kwan's going to need to take over in the backcourt, and we'll start by seeing her serve.
Kwan's serve is long, and so the first point goes to Champlin Park. Set 3. Natalie Dubois in for the first time tonight, a senior, one of 8 seniors on this Champlin Park roster. Her tenure is short. Serve end of that, and she's back out, unfortunately. Jensen Lear's in.
Not exactly how you want to take advantage of your first point of the night.
Nope, no, Lear's out as well, so 2 substitutions at that whistle. We are tied at 1. Panzer, Hilly had to make a run for it, got it, and then over by Steffes.
Back row attack call as the setter goes up and tries to save the ball and does not. That play is all Hilly's, though, as that ball probably should have hit the ground, but Hilly just went all out for it, got it back in with her second contact, able to get sent across, leading to a Rebel point on an Osseo error.
Stalpa serving. Nelson back set. Well, getting on top of that one was Hinsey for the point to make it 2-2.
Nice swing from Hinsey there. Again, when the set gets to where she wants it, she's going to score just about all the time.
Hilly back set for Hansen. Got it in. That's a point and a kill for the freshman, Marley Hansen.
Really nice swing there, the freshman coming through. We haven't called her name much, but she does a nice job on that ball.
Bakrajis in, she'll serve here. Quan getting it up. Nelson, the swing and across by Ojri, picked up by Panzer. Hilly unloads. Sammy Hilly.
Really nice swing from her. Let's take another look at this one. In transition, she works hard to get off the net and away from the setter. And again, that solo block hasn't worked yet for Osseo.
I was about to say Hilly uncommitted yet for next year for college volleyball.
Somebody give that kid a scholarship.
Right side swing, Hansen, and that'll go for another Champlin Park point. She'll get credit for her second kill of this set.
Snuck that one between the net and the block, and Bodine came down and carried the ball as she came off the net.
Bakrajis serving. Quan handled that. Nelson will dump it over. Hanser. Great job to get a hand under that. Pushed over by Hansen. Nelson back set. Ojri. Great dig by Stelpus. Over by Megan Panzer, one of the captains for this team, along with Jordan Stelpus. Hillman will attack, and that's a point.
Hillman with a nice swing into the cross court. The ball doesn't go down off her hand. She has a little up and down to it, but Champlin Park definitely excited about what their new outside hitter is able to do here as they're up by 4.
Swing it to Ojri. Another point for the Rebels.
Nice block here. Freshman definitely getting the lion's share of that one.
Seven to 2 Champlin Park. Bakrajis serving well. Nelson will go back to Ojri again. Stelpus got to that ball. Hilly will swing, and that's a Rebels point. And it's 8-2.
Go back and take a look at this block again. Just the freshman goes up, and the phrase they talk about is independent hand. She goes up and then separates her left hand and goes inside to take that ball away. A nice block straight down, and after another point after that, it is 8-2 Champlin Park and a timeout. The freshman definitely coming into her own. That might have been the biggest point she scored. That's a big hit to take away, and she did all of it on her own. Really like to see, a lot of schools allow 7th and 8th graders to play up into the B Squad JV and varsity. This district does not allow that, so as a result, this is the first time she's been able to play high school volleyball. Comes in and goes straight up to the varsity team. Does a really nice job here playing under pressure with some big attackers coming at her.
Well, we have just a moment. Big college match tomorrow night, Andy. Number 5, Penn State. Number 13, Wisconsin. 3 former Champlin Park Rebels on the court tomorrow night. What does that say about this program? I mean, Sydney Hilly, Lauren Clark, and Izzy Ashburn will all play.
The Big Ten, definitely the conference of champions for volleyball. They've done a great job, and those 3 definitely making their mark. Ashburn getting quite a bit of time early, and obviously Hilly running the show for Wisconsin. Clark played in some preseason matches. I don't know that she's going to be part of the regular rotation for Big Ten play, just because of the juggernaut that is Penn State and the number of athletes. She's got to earn her time playing under Russ Rose.
Well, things just not going well right for Osseo out of the timeout. 2 more quick Champlin Park points, and it's 10-2 Rebels.
Teckham going to come in and try and calm the crowd a little bit here. Need a first touch to get up to her, though.
Teckham does get the set here. Ojri had to push back and across. Another Champlin Park point. Hansen again manning that right side and doing a nice job. It's a very strong set here. And it's 11-2. Ojri pounding at Stelpus. Boy, she has really gotten to a lot of balls in that back row tonight, Andy.
Yeah, she's definitely playing like the senior leader she is.
Digs another one. Here's Healy. Up into the rafters and came down. You play it where it hits, and you don't know if it's going to hit or not, and that one dropped below where Teckham was standing.
Another substitution as they're just, Mandy Berrien just trying to find a group of athletes working together, and right now things not going their way as they're down by 10.
Katie Fong-Vangza, number 5, now in for Osseo. A dump over there by Teckham. Here's the ball to the middle to Hilly. Dug up by Hinsey. Back set and across by Bauer. Backwards for Hilly. Teckham back, and Ojri unloads.
Ojri finally getting them out of that rotation.
Fong-Vangza will serve, her team trailing by 9. Back row taken by Panzer. Quick set, Hilly over Steester. Swing by Hinsey is long.
Good looking route there. Hinsey coming through on the Bick. Kind of gets, again, the set's a little bit too far back. She probably wants to hit that at 8 feet, and it gets set to her at 12.
Panzer on a line drive serve. Hinsey took a piece of it. Bauer gets blocked. And over Hillman with the kill.
Everything going right as Hillman jumps up and throws that ball towards the sideline, and Ojri gets a piece of it. It's 14-3, excuse me. And everything that can go wrong for Osseo going wrong. Champlin Park sitting on gold right now. We'll take a look at this last point. A little tough pass, be a roll shot. And again, Hillman just trying to put that ball into the corner, and Ojri reaching up for it and sending it out of bounds.
A reminder again to vote for the CCX Sports Play of the Week. 4 top plays to pick from, and you decide our Play of the Week. To vote, go to ccxmedia.org, click Sports and Play of the Week. It's brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Maple Grove, which, Andy, will still be over. Potentially before this match is after this match is over. I
was at the Burnsville one for lunch today. I'm not going to hit Chick-fil-A twice in one day. Although there are worse things. Right. Maybe a salad. Yeah, maybe a salad tonight for me.
14-3 Champlin Park. Here's Panzer's serve. Swing from Ojri. Handled by Backridges. Hillman swings. Kwan gets to that ball. Teckham and Bauer had a block back at her. Rebels pick it up. Here's Hilly swinging. Off Steester for another kill.
Hilly against a solo block is 7-0-1. She's got 7 kills and 1 ball that they dug. Everything else she's touched is scored.
Hinsey will go to Bauer with this ball. Played by Panzer. Back set, and across, and a kill. That's Kyla Schudenhelm, junior, middle blocker, into the set, into the match for the first time in this set, and gets a kill.
A good transition ball, reverse to her. Ooh. Hinsey not able to handle the heat there as she tried to take that ball with her hands, and it's an ace.
According to the Champlin Park stats I have, that was the first kill, by the way, for Stettenhelm on the season.
Glad we could be a part of it.
Right. Backwards, just nice pickup on that swing, over by Hillman. Ojri across and gets the point.
It's a lot of court to cover there for Stelpus as she's patrolling the entire back line. Really good location here. Good push all the way to the 3 zone, down for a point.
To Hilly.
8. Hilly again against the solo block. Just keep feeding her. Take another look at this point here. Even a plus ball, and Steester not able to take away both angles. Picks one and picks wrong.
Serve into the net by Steffes. score is hard to believe. I mean, as good as Osseo is, that they're down 18-5 at anybody.
Correct. Yeah,
not
I mean,
Champlin Park's not a great team.
Right. The way Osseo is capable of playing this, it could have been 18-5 the other way. But everything, as we see another big swing from Stelpus, everything going Champlin Park's way. Rebels rolling here, 19-5. Take another look. This tempo set. You know, if you would have told me that Sammy Hilly was going to be able to run a tempoed offense this year, her first time ever setting, I wouldn't have believed you, but the kids got it.
Stelpus gets that ball up. And over by Hilly. Tecum, quick set for Steester. And a swing for the junior for the point.
Steester gets him out of that rotation. They're going to need a run here just to make this one presentable. Bodine came in, but she wasn't the middle on the court as Fong Vangza actually needed to be on the floor to avoid a rotation fault.
Hilly's got to run to this ball. Attack from Stelpus. Tecum for Hinsey, swings long.
Looking for that hypotenuse corner, just missing. That ball that's a great looking swing. But on the night that Osseo's having, that's not going to fall. Some days it does, some days it doesn't.
Natalie Dubois will serve here. Gets this one in. Here's the back set. Vangza drops it over, but picked up by Praske. Here's Stelpus. Long. Haven't had many hitting errors at all tonight, Andy.
No, I thought she actually found hands on that one, but apparently the block wasn't up quick enough.
Substitution number 15, Shepard checks back in the match. Serving is number 8, Tecum.
20-7 with Tecum serving for Osseo.
Really? Rotation fault. Champlin Park is up 20-7, and that's what's noticed. I guess all the details matter at the varsity level. I don't know that I make that call if I'm the up ref, but that's just my opinion.
21-7 Rebels. Here's Stelpus serving. Nelson had to run to that ball, pushed across by Ochery. Hands are up, over by Hansen. Nice block by Osseo. Go back to Hansen and down. In between Bauer and Nelson for a point.
That look, the eyes not digging volleyballs as that ball drops easily between two Osseo players.
Stelpus too aggressive on that serve into the net, 22-8.
Kinsey looking to chip 1 point at a time here.
Goes right at Panzer, who handles it. Hilly goes outside. Hillman, big swing from Taylor Hillman for the kill.
Another clean kill with no touch on the block or the floor defense. Champlin Park firing on all cylinders right now.
Bakerjeet's back in and will serve. Nelson will set. Cross over by Ogery. Quick set to the middle for Hilly.
Into the net was Hilly as she got real excited about that swing, and it'll be a point for Osseo.
So instead of 24-8, it's 23-9.
Take a look here. That net cam coming in handy again. Yeah. I'd like her to hit that ball just like that again, though, if she gets the opportunity. That's a big momentum swing there for her. We want to see her get another one.
Vangza service. Played by Stelpus. Quick set to the middle, over by Hilly. It's tapped right back at her. Panzer will go to Hillman. And Vangza got that ball in the middle. Double contact on Osseo, and now it is match point for Champlin Park. Panzer serves, a line driver. Nelson to Steester, gets blocked. Kwan up to the net. 50-50 ball, it's out, and Champlin Park convincingly wins the match, and especially this set, 25-9, they take it in 3.
Yeah, nobody would have expected that last set the way these two teams have played this year. Champlin Park just refusing to even slow down here in set 3 as they single-digit Osseo 25-9. Great match for Champlin Park as everything going their way. Osseo played hard for the first couple sets and then just caught themselves in a bad space in set 3, not able to get out of rotations for extended periods of time. And Champlin Park looking forward to what they have coming up. John Yunker's team, very businesslike, finishing the set in 3.
Well, you mentioned Wayzata coach Scott Jackson watching tonight. He could see one of these teams, or potentially both of them, in section play. And Champlin Park, a team that they beat to start the season at the Side Out Classic at Edina, could face them again down the road in section play.
Yeah, that would be a great match to watch again. I know the match at Edina was a 5-set thriller. Both teams have changed tremendously for the better since then. I still, if I'm a betting man, I give the edge to Scott Jackson's squad just because of his size and his ability to serve so tough. But Champlin Park tonight playing some of the best volleyball I've seen them play this year. Definitely, as crazy as it sounds, playing better than they did at that Edina match when I watched them early on, and they were playing pretty good back then too.
Well, that will do it for our telecast tonight. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage of high school volleyball as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you. It's Champlin Park, a 3-set sweep over Osseo. And they improved to 10-6 in the season, ranked in the top 10 in Class 3A, and playing good volleyball right now. They sweep a good Orioles team. For Andy Guggersberg and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching High School Volleyball on CCX Sports.